evolution of the models have gone, but the data infrastructure, we have a thesis here that AI has brought on the decade of data, and the models at some point are going to be commoditized, and what's really going to matter is your data. And to do cutting edge personalization, optimization, revenue maximization with pricing, you need to have the right data infrastructure. And it starts with going to the cloud-based data storage, but then it goes to data lakes and data warehouses and data processing and management tools. And that's kind of the area that Grand Design plays in. That's why I'm so happy that we can kind of align our thoughts and our value to proposition to customers. I'd love to hear a little bit more about how, when you come in and take a pricing project, and how it expands to different areas of an organization. Walk me through a typical kind of implementation.
So when it comes to pricing, collaboration is important. Collaboration between product owners and central pricing teams and local pricing teams, and then the commercial selling teams. So how you can basically provide relevant guidance throughout that entire chain is important. So if we start at the top of a price waterfall, so a price waterfall would be defining your reference price structure and then move towards different segments of the markets, maybe geographies if you're a global company, and eventually you get to your different customer segments and you provide sales target and floor guidance to different deals and opportunities. If we start at the top, what we can do now with the Ignize technology is that we can learn from the historical transactional data and win rates and how discounts have been applied, but we can lift that to the reference price structures and combine it with value attributes of the products and services that our clients deliver. This was done previously in lengthy consulting engagements to build these custom algorithms and apply them. Now you can auto-generate them, and we call that concept generative precision pricing, that can really recommend the optimum price structure to our clients. And it's no black box. The result from that machine learning process is parameterized in a way that the product managers can understand and collaborate with the technology and take their business decisions.
That's awesome, because when you talk about the problem and the solution you're providing, it actually is tangential to a lot of issues. You mentioned global companies. A lot of global companies have huge issues because they're getting money in different currencies. And, that presents a whole different problem that in terms of, how that reflects in their finances. And so keeping track of all these dynamic variables in real time is kind of really so important.
And that can also add another layer. So we also at Ignize talk about the importance of securing that the price is always right, not only relevant today, but also relevant tomorrow, 6 months from now, a year from now, etc. And in a dynamic market with high level of volatility and inflation rates and other parameters, luckily it's coming down now, but we have gone through a period with a lot of change. And to be able to maintain your pricing in such an environment, it's important to be able to combine what I just described, defining that structure, but also be able to adapt the level as the market evolves. So what we have done in our technology today is that we also feed macroeconomical indicators into the platform. So we can keep an eye on, you mentioned currency fluctuations, but also commodity price development, as well as GDPs and PPIs and CPIs, etc.
That's so amazing, because actually, when you think about it, the pricing problem, you mentioned it's strategic, but it touches market data, customer data, product data, external data, and this has to be integrated. The analogy I use a lot of times when I talk to large customers is it's like preparing a sophisticated dish. You have to have the ingredients, that's your data. You got to have your recipe, that's your model. But then you have to have tools and your kitchen be able to prepare the tools, which are your data infrastructure, your data pipelining, your data cleansing kind of things. And if you combine those together, you get a delicious meal.
Yes,
Go ahead.
It's a good example, and we have developed operational pricing solution here, but we're also willing to both serve up that dish on the white,
Yeah.
in a very elegant restaurant. But
Yeah.
we can also see scenarios where it's more takeaway, where we send recommendations to the quotation solutions or the CRM system, so they don't always need to eat within our restaurant. They can also consume the recommendations from the technology wherever they
Absolutely.
spend their time.
You can do fine dining. You can do quick service as well. I love
Yes.
that.
Yes.
That's great, Andreas.